Alright, Scorpio, it's your turn for your reading, your general reading for the month of June. Hope all is well. Sorry if it's a little dark. um, we are in Gemini season. Shortly a while, in the end of June, we will be in Cancer season. So, it's funny, we just had a moon in Scorpio. So, I hope you guys are doing well. Do keep in mind that this is a general reading. It may not apply to all of you out there, just those who feel like they resonate with these messages. We have a lot of planets going retrograde at the moment. Saturn, Pluto, they're all connected, and I do feel like a lot is going on with you guys, a lot of painful things, triggers, things that you've been going through, and the work that you've been putting on into yourself and your projects at work and stuff. I do feel like there's a lot of negative things that you've been dealing with, maybe from a past lover, maybe from a friend. I feel like, because recently I had this situation happen with a Scorpio friend of mine where I pretty much was blunt. I didn't hold anything back, and maybe I was too harsh with her. Maybe she got the idea that maybe we're not going in the same direction. And I noticed she wasn't really posting. I was like, I wonder if she unfriended me because of this problem. Because it was a political issue where she was noticing some of the things I was posting. I wasn't fact checking there's a reason why I was posting it, because I personally did not believe in some of the people she believed in, like Trump and all that crap. And I just feel like there's a problem with that, to unfriend a person just because of that, which I get that. Everyone has their own personal beliefs, why they do what they do. So I did feel like she's kind of upset about that still. So it's her loss, I guess. So I feel like maybe you've been dealing with a lot of negativity, Scorpio, where you're not seeing things clearly. You're definitely not listening to your intuition on things, and a lot of it has to do with your security. So this is the overall energy for the month of June. Alright. So you're coming in, like I said, with this reunion. You want to be in a safe place and safe environment. I feel like you've been a lot of at home a lot. You've gotten out of home recently. Maybe it's a new home, new environment, new situation, new demon, new devil, or whatever. That's what came to my mind. Alright, so we have the Sierra card. So I do feel like your seeing is not clearly clear. And usually Scorpio, they're really right on their intuition, but I feel like you've been blocked some kind. And I feel like it's about getting out of your head and not seeing things clearly, because I feel like you're not seeing things from people's perspective. You're just seeing it from your outside perspective, because you've gone through a lot of things, which that's normal for a Scorpio. I just feel like there's a lot of things you're not seeing if it has to do with a friend. I do feel like you're putting in a lot of dedication to something. You're trying to find the balance within yourself in the month of June. Do have the Horse card, so getting out of your comfort zone. I do feel like you're working on your projects. You're working on things that make you happy. But at the same time, you're dealing with insecurities. And the Salmon card, I look of intuition. You're highly sensitive about things emotionally that happened in the past. There's a lot of boredom here. There's a lot of uncreativity. You have a lot of passion, I feel like, Scorpios, which is a normal thing. But I feel like there's a lot of healing from the past that you're still having to heal from. And I feel like for months on end, you guys have been doing the work about the past people and past situations. I do feel like whatever the situation brought you to end things with a friend, I do feel like in that regards, I do feel like it was more on your end. I'm just gonna say this. I just think it's kind of bullshit to look at a situation from your perspective instead of the other person. I do feel like maybe you thought this person was a good friend. Maybe you started seeing things in your light instead of their light, and you got caught up in it. I just think it's kind of BS to get into the whole thing about how our government is, but not seeing it clearly that behind every person that's in office or leading is a corrupt society. And maybe you don't really see that. I mean, I don't know what's really going on with you, Scorpio. Um, but I do feel like there's a lot of things you're maybe marrying from someone or just triggers. Like, it was weird because I was listening to a Katy Perry song. She is pregnant. It's funny. But there's something about the past that is coming up for you. I feel like, you could be dealing with a Gemini. It's also, you could be dealing with a Taurus, because I got the energy right away from when I was trying to do your reading yesterday, but other videos needed to download. So those are a few people you could be dealing with. I do feel like Scorpio, I'm just going to say it, like, it's weird with this one song I heard of Katy Perry is you're with someone, but you're thinking about another person. Why? Why the hell? Or there's a lot of things you're going through where you're not fully open to the idea of love because you still have this person that is your past person that you're still attached to them. I do feel like there's a let it go. There's a getting out of this situation of boredom. I do feel like things aren't what they appear. You may seem on the surface of things that things are well, but I feel like with the healing card right here, especially with the creativity, you're trying to preoccupy yourself, but I feel like this alone time is bringing out a lot of these wounds that are showing up in your surface of things, because I do feel like it's easy to get caught up in creating the life that we want, creating the environment that we want, but I do feel like when it comes to your successes and your creativity, there is a pull towards someone. I feel like Scorpio could be a water sign possibly. I do feel like that. I do feel like you're mirroring a situation from the past, and I feel like that needs to close. I do feel like you have a lot of wisdom to share with the world, but for some reason you're dealing with a lot of these insecurity moments. You're bored, you're insufficient in your life for some reason. So I feel like on your part there needs to be a transformation happening with you, because I feel like maybe you're feeling dead. Maybe you're feeling cold, stuck, detached from the world and society. So I feel like there's a lot of things you can give. There's a lot of things maybe you can give to a person that you're being pulled to or towards. And I do feel like it's mirroring these past person and these past wounds. Trying to fix that. I'm going to shuffle the cards, but I was going to talk to you guys before I shuffle. I just recently met someone at work. I'm not very comfortable with them because of past situations, but I feel like in some way we're mirroring each other with that, with the past situation. And it's really awkward to me because I feel like he doesn't know the full reasons why I'm backing away. It's like I'm committed to my fiance. I don't want nothing to do with him, but I feel like it's really weird because I looked at his birth chart and he has a Scorpio North Node, so I feel like I'm picking up that energy as well. But I do feel it for Scorpio that you're trying to distract yourself from dealing with this past situation. I do feel like that there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of regret. I do feel like if you're in a relationship, you do think about them every once in a while, but I feel like when it comes to Scorpio's relationships, it could also be a past job you were connected with for some of you. may not be a relationship. But I feel like when it comes to Scorpio, that I've been picking up with their energy, is there's a lot of dead wounds. There's a lot of dead things that you need to uncover about yourself. And I feel like one of the reasons why you're having such a trouble recently is because this alone time for yourself, whether you're single or in a relationship or married, is getting you really emotional stuck. Because when you have this alone time, because you're always on the go, I feel like, but for some reason, with all this staying at home, has really got you in this place of uncomfortability and vulnerability, because it's made you see a lot of things that maybe you haven't been noticing about your own life and your own situation, things you want to work on and create. So I do feel like there's a barrier between uncovering these wounds that you have about your past person or past ex or whatever to heal. It could be even a child for some of you. You've been holding on to the wounds of the past. I do feel like for some of you, you're healing completely, but I do feel like there's a need to go in. And a lot of people want to look on what's happening on the surface with everyone around them, but they're not looking within. So do the time you can, Scorpio, to use this time being at home to really reflect on the life that you want, to really heal from these wounds that keep popping up and triggering. I feel like when it comes to the healing process, you either get two or three things happen. You're triggered because you're being revealed those things that hurt you. You're being revealed to those things that still need to heal. And it's not the fact that someone's mirroring you, it's the fact that there's still some hidden agendas here going on. Fears, possibly, for some of you. Fear of catching something, maybe. Fear of getting too close. But you feel pulled to something, I feel like, to work on something, project. Alright, so I'm going to shuffle these cards a few more, see what's going on within your love life. I feel like with Scorpio's love life, there's always something going on, whether it's romantic, friendship, vice versa. There's also a need if you are in a new relationship and you're planning on getting married or whatever. I do feel like this past person may have something that you need to talk about. Or there's maybe something at work that needs to be revealed, a dirty laundry or something that needs to be revealed, because I feel like there's a lot of hidden agendas here for some reason. Maybe you're cold and detached from someone, or there's just some viciousness that I feel in your energy that needs to be released. But like I said, you can't be completely healed from something, but I feel like it's a process. Like, I feel like more and more we investigate these feelings that rise up, these emotions that are uncomfortable, I do feel like it does get easier and that our healing process becomes easier. So, what's going on with Scorpio's 11 relationships life? And it is about being grateful for the little things that you're going through, because I feel like if you are single, it's about being content with life, not wanting to change it up so much, but being content with the little things in life that matter. It's not the big things or big changes, it's about accepting the new things that come in your life and what it is at the moment. And maybe for some of you, you're afraid of love. You're afraid of getting hurt again, or you're afraid to committing to something that maybe you're the weird type of Scorpio where you're drawn to many people, but in turns you want multiple people in your life in a weird relationship, or you someone to consult. That's what I've been getting. Alright, so I'm laying the cards out for 11 relationship. Alright, I'm getting the notion that you need to clear up something, but also indication about a third party situation that maybe you're not aware of. So yeah, there's some dead skeletons around going on, and there's a fox. So we have the fox energy. And this was at the bottom of the deck. So skeletons are being revealed, truths are being spoken. I do feel like there's a lot of hidden motives going on. Whether it's in a work dynamic, whether you're doing this to a person or someone sneaky energy. Alright, trying to situate these cards. Alright, I do feel like there's something aware that you don't know what's going on with this other person. Alright, so we have the healing card. So I feel like the person you're connecting with, Scorpio, they're healing as well. Whether this is a past person, could be an Aquarius you're dealing with. I do feel like they're looking on to you, or you're looking within the dynamic. But there's a lot of truth to be spoken when it comes to the Guardian card. I feel like it's truth. It's not necessarily a dead card, dead person, or dead body, or situation. I do feel like it's truth. Truth coming to be spoken to you. Maybe by a person, a lady. But this is dedication. I feel like this person and you feel dedicated towards one another. If it is a long-standing relationship, I do feel like maybe they feel drawn to you as well as you feel drawn to them. I do feel like there's this need to move forward. Like you're needing something new in your life, spark of interest. So it could be a fairly new person you're trying to create a life with, or you want someone new in your life. For some of you who are single, you don't want to be alone. You want things to change for the better. You want this union to happen. You want this connection to happen. But Spirit here is, it's not the timing. It could be a mess up a person. The right person's not here for you. So there's a lot of emotions going on here. There's a lot of waiting, I feel like. Because you've been in this forest or this cave for some time. You've been here, sitting here and waiting, trying to create the best life that you have. But I also feel like, times is up. Message isn't here, or it's a message in the bottle you have to receive. So something you may not know, people are around you, supporting you, walking with you, maybe your angels, your guides, someone older around you, or you're older walking with them in this journey in life. But I do feel like, maybe they don't see something about you correctly. Because I do feel like if this is referred to those who have a South Node in Scorpio, I do feel like there's an agenda here. And it's not necessarily you or them. I just feel like there's something that you're not seeing about this person, or this person not seeing about you. Maybe you're a trickster. Maybe you have Gemini placements, I feel like, for some of you. Or even Cancer placement. And I feel like there's some trickery going on with you, Scorpio, or around you that maybe you don't see. Maybe you act as if something's okay when it's really not. And I feel like there's a need about being real with the situation, and don't pretend that things are okay when they're not. Because I do feel like there's this need to keep hush-hush about something because you don't want it to be revealed. But I do feel like it may be revealed. There may be some things that you didn't know about this person. There could be some type of bullying going on at work that you're not aware that it's happening, and maybe you found out about it. Maybe there's something in regards to your boss that you didn't know. See if we can get other messages. Maybe you are the boss, Scorpio. Usually Scorpios are good bosses. Also flirtatious for some of you, whether you are doing that to someone or someone is doing that to you. So I do feel like there's a need to be respectful in the situation. I do feel like you are watching someone behind the scenes with people, maybe at work. but something's holding you back from a connection. Because you're not ready to go towards a person because they're with someone else, I feel like. I do feel like there's this need to, maybe you see things of fluff. Maybe there's something within a Sagittarius that you see. So, I feel like this is a journey. This could possibly be a past life you're seeing clearly, or something about a past life. Past premonition, something involving a Sagittarius or Gemini. So, a death of a loved one. Rebirth is assured. Yeah, it's about being empowered. Overlooking at your insecurities with love connection, not looking at it full clearly. And I feel like you need to go within. You're protecting yourself, I feel like. But I feel like it's about being dedicated to the right things and right situations and heal. So there is something to say here, Scorpio, that you need a spark of interest. You need something new in your life, whether it is a new person, whether it's about just sitting there, seeing everyone happy. You want to make the move on someone, but I feel like the need is that they're already in a relationship. It's too late. Whether it's a Sagittarius or Gemini, they're in a relationship. So I wouldn't mess with them at all. Because I feel like you see it. You see it clear as day. You want to interact with them in this celebration of some kind. Maybe it's two people getting married. But I feel like this may have some connection with your past. Death of a loved one. So it's transforming you. I feel like whatever's happened in your life right now, I feel like Scorpio, it's transforming you. It's helping you become a better person. Whether it is you're just observing a relationship with another person or seeing it for yourself from another, it's observing that's helping you transform yourself. Because you could be single, like I said. I do feel like for some of you, you do have a very high sex drive towards a woman who may have a lot of insecurities. Like I said, it could be a past person. There is a sense of jealousy about this woman that maybe she makes you feel empowered in some way. Maybe this is a man, vice versa, that makes you feel empowered. But I feel like it's kind of a useless cause here, because I feel like this is a journey that you have to go through. Releasing your ex, releasing the fact that everything's not going to go the way that you want. And I do feel like you need to go towards things that are to higher your development when it comes to letting go of the control, letting go of the anarchy I'm feeling, and listening to your higher calling in life and shoot for the stars I'm getting. But I do feel like there needs to be some spark of interest. Maybe someone sparked a new interest in you or vice versa. But it's healing you. It's helping you see things more clearly, or this person's helping you to heal from afar. And I feel like there's a lot of dedication to see them more, and there's a lot of dedication to put time and effort into it. But I feel like it's about putting time and effort in yourself and going within and doing the inner cleansing, the inner work, to really get the garbage out of your life. Whether that's something that has a hold on you, something that has a strain on you. I do feel like there's a need to just get out of your comfort zone, maybe. And I feel like for some of you, you have a lot of drive, whether it's to be with someone who's unavailable. But I think it's about transforming into your power and not using deceptively, because I feel like there's this weird energy with you, Scorpio, where you're using your energy for the wrong reasons, or going towards people that really aren't interested, and maybe you're putting too much time into that instead of yourself. And I feel like you need to honestly put it in yourself. Stop focusing on who's coming in your life and just love yourself. Which I feel like for some of you, you're at this point of being content. But I feel like you that are immature and single, you know, you're trying to show yourself off a little bit to people that don't maybe need to be in your life, or you're trying to show off to see if someone notices you and it's not working. So focus on you, Scorpio. Stop focusing on trying to suck the energy out of other people. If you've been doing that, I'm not saying all of you have been doing that, but those of you in that lower vibration, I do sense that you've been trying to go towards something that's not really giving you the same energy back. And I feel like there's a need to recess that, a need to understand that you need to love yourself first before anyone can come into your life. Or if you're in a relationship, maybe you're at a burnout stage in your life and you just really need to go within. You really need to heal those wounds that are still there, that are obvious, that you get triggered easily. Anyways, it could be even a child that's passed on. For some of you who've lost a child, I do feel like or someone you lost very close to you, I do feel like there's a need to still heal those wounds. Anyways, I hope that resonated with one of you out there. Bye-bye.